Dougie, looking back to Tuesday, obviously a disappointing defeat at home following what was a great comeback to get the point against Queen's Park.
Yeah, disappointing obviously, but I've got to give credit to the lads. You know, we've lost one in 6, Gareth. You know, it's disappointing obviously to lose it at home, and if you look at the games we have lost at home, that's now 2 to Arbroath and 2 to Ayr, which is mad when you look at it. It's the same 2 teams you've lost both games at home against. So on that aspect, disappointed. But listen, goals change games, Gareth. And I think if we had scored the second one when Big George was through 1-on-1, the game would have been different. Or even the one he's got the header, it's a great save for Albinson. And that's just the nature of the game we're in. We're disappointed as a group to lose. Obviously the fans would have been disappointed to come in expectations to win the game, as we all did, but it wasn't to be. But listen, I don't think any team in this league have a divine right to just turn up and win games, Gareth, and we need to make sure that we just work harder. You know, I think the season we've had has been terrific, but it's not over. Do you know, we've still got 9 games to go, and yeah, as a whole, everybody in here, we wanted to win in Tuesday night. It wasn't to be, but we win tomorrow, we go back third. So listen, that's how tight it is. We're all deflated from the weekend, from the game during the week. But the highs of Saturday against Queen's Park, the second half took a lot out of the boys. It was a fantastic comeback, and then Tuesday night was flat in aspects of the game. But on another day, we could have won that 5-3.
With a quick turnaround for Saturday now, you know, there's not too much time to get down on it. It's more about looking ahead to Partick, but the boys have done well to bounce back quite a lot this season, and I'm assuming you'll be expecting no less than that this time. Yeah,
listen, I can't fault the boys all season, Gareth. The boys have gave their tank for the club and for themselves, and for myself and Andy. They've been excellent. And like I say, one game's not going to change that. You know, it's we're all disappointed. Every time you lose, we're disappointed. And Tuesday night was no different. We just got to bounce back, and it'll be another tough game. Listen, Partick are on the up again, but listen, Partick are a team that should be winning this league. They've got a budget to win this league, and like I say, they have went through a tough period. They've brought in a new manager who's hit the ground running, so we need to be wary of that. You know, they've got good players. They're starting to get, I would say, their full 11, or their best 11 in my opinion, that plays every week, and in the last few weeks have forgot that, and that's why they've had an upturn in results. And
of course there'll be a lot to take from the last time that Partick came down here as well.
Yeah, and even the game we played there, you know, we were well in the game. We lost a poor goal to lose 2-1 in the last minute of the game at Firhill, but the game here we were good, we were in about it, and we've got to be that tomorrow as well. We need to play with intensity. I thought on Tuesday night there was a real lack of that, but listen, the boys have been terrific. The last Saturday, took a lot out of them, especially second half, to try and get back into the game. They put a lot of work into that, effort into that, and like I say, we have to make sure tomorrow that we try and pick up a positive result to get us back into where we want to be.
And of course, looking at the bigger picture and looking at the table as a whole, into the last quarter now and everything's still to play for.
Yeah, but listen, this is when the real stuff starts to hit, Gareth. You know, it's okay during the season playing well and getting all the plaudits and picking up wins. If you want to be successful, this is now when we need to step up. And listen, the boys have been excellent all season, and I don't want them to now think that we're in a good place and that's the season done. It's no. There's still a lot to play for. There's still a lot of games to play. We've still got a lot of games at home to play. Our form at home has been very good. Tuesday was disappointing for everyone. Boys are disappointed, staff are disappointed, but we got to lift it and go again. And hopefully we've had that response throughout the season this year, and hopefully this is just again the turn of another positive run of results.
Of course, on Tuesday night as well, out with the boys on the pitch, it was a great turnout in the stands. Yeah,
the fans have been terrific, and for myself personally, and probably for the players as well, they were disappointed we never got the result for them, because all season they've been terrific home and away. And again, they'll probably come out tomorrow in their numbers and back the team again, and we're thankful for that, because like I say, we're real 12 man this season, and we want to try and give them what they're looking for, and that's be competitive and pick up 3 points in every game. And there'll be games where we don't get that, and it won't be for a lack of trying, Gareth. Mark my words on that. I know the boys this season have been unbelievable in everything they've brought to it. Yeah, we've had dips, we've had bad months, but in the main they've been terrific, and like I say, hopefully again tomorrow we can get another positive result. But I think we've got to give, first and foremost, the respect to Partick Thistle and Chris Dillon and his staff, because I think since he's come in he's done a terrific job, and they've got good players, so we need to be wary of their strengths, but we also need to take advantage of their weaknesses, and that's what we'll be looking to do tomorrow.
And looking at Partick, in terms of Chris Dillon coming in and as a new manager, does that maybe change the preparation ahead of it?
Nah, still the same. They still play the same way. They still get the same personnel. It's not changed. I would imagine over the summer Chris will have his own ideas and players, etc. he wants to bring in, but in the moment it's the same 11 that will start. I would imagine it's the same squad of players, so there's no magic tool. It's not as if he's going to reinvent the wheel, so we just need to make sure that we try and stop their strengths, which we know what they are, and try and work on their weaknesses, and like I say, if we can get the full 11 of our own players playing the way they can, then I'm sure we'll be alright.
With 3 games in the last 7 days, it's obviously been very demanding. How have the boys fared, and how's the past couple of days been?
Yeah, but listen, the boys have been great. Their spirits are high as should be, for what they've done over the course of the season. But obviously 3 games a week, you need to taper training to try and manage them through that period. Obviously we've got the game tomorrow, then we've got Friday, then we've got 2 weeks off, so again we'll try and work them through to next week as well, and then we'll give them a rest in the next couple of weeks and be ready to go for the last 6-7 games of the season. And
of course on Tuesday as well, not just Tuesday but the past couple of games we've been missing Dara and Jai. Is there any further news on them?
Dara's been back in training, so Dara should be available, but Jai will still probably be a couple of weeks away. We just need to manage him best we can. We don't want to have him missing the rest of the season, so it's important that he misses a couple of weeks to make sure his injury doesn't become a bigger problem than it already is.